A deep cleansing breath in this cold mountain air. Do you ever find yourself looping? Oh God, I'm in this loop again. This intense, terrifying roller coaster loop that gets so familiar and somehow so comfortable. I keep finding myself there, even though it may be painful, not healthy, unwell. There's something super familiar about that energy that feels like, it's a strange sensation. And I'm noticing subtle resistance, resistance to healing. Because if I really want to heal, there's a reconciliation about receiving all of my undesirable aspects, my lesser parts. This is the judgment that they're not worthy or valuable, beneficial, just a nuisance, a heaviness, a density, a darkness, something to overcome, something to push away, something to pretend that's not there. I don't want you to see my darkness. Oh my God. I don't want to see my darkness. That's really the truth. Joseph Campbell says the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. Go into the cave, the darkness, and retrieve yourself, those parts. They need care and love and presence and attention. Yours. They're not for anyone else to tend to. They're yours to tend to. And until you consider it a sacred honor and privilege to take care of yourself in this way, it may feel like resistance. A fear of feeling more connected, more yourself. And that's completely understandable. I feel it myself, but I can't expect to evolve and expand and grow unless I include all of me in the equation. So the insecurities and the fear, the doubt, the victimization, the righteousness, the list is comprehensive. The judgments are severe and consistent. And I need to understand that's just some wiring. Some wiring in my system, and I have the capacity, I have the responsibility, I am receiving the maturity, and I am the sovereign being that can do this, that can manage this, that can surrender to, that can release itself from, simply by expanding my awareness, which are easy words to say. And the practicality of it, it means inviting each moment that I find myself in to have a tone of sacredness, of holiness, of wholeness. And am I willing to let every part of myself be in that communion with the now moment that I find myself in? The moments are sacred because you're in them. Your life is sacred because you exist in it. This moment is sacred because this is where your presence arises. And then it doesn't. And then you're off and about to the next thing. This is, as always, encouragement to myself to start to become more curious about the resistance and to make space for the resistance, to start to romance the resistance and to trust, because I have so much evidence that when I am with myself through resistance, what I experience on the other side when there's this release, when I'm released, when the energy shifts and moves as it will do with breath and presence and attention. It must. In some way it does. Every time the evidence is there that I feel free, freer. And in that space, I remember that I can create realities that are more harmonious for myself and for everyone I'm connected to. And then the blessing is infinite. So in the spirit of that blessing, that infinite blessing of possibilities, of healing, of experiencing a more freer version of yourself, resistance included. My God, let's honor the valuable gift, if not only simply for the fact that it provided contrast to what we prefer, contrast to the joy, contrast to the creativity, contrast to the laughter and play and sense of freedom and expansion, contrast to the sense of novelty, contrast to beauty. That's what these teachers have done. That's what fear and insecurity and doubt, that's what they highlight for you to pick up and champion and to bathe yourself in and with these other qualities. How would you even know without contrast? Thank you, contrast. I'm sending all of you my deep love and care and respect for where you find yourself today. I acknowledge you and your journey. I'm sending you a lot of grace and love from the mountains. Mwah.